You are listening to
Rice, Beans, and Revolution, motherfucker.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Rice, Beans, and Revolution. This is episode number 31. And I was fortunate enough to take part in an event a couple weeks ago. Let me see. It was actually on Friday, August 16th. It took place at Green to Glass, which is a restaurant pub here in McAllen. And the event was called Encuentro en la Frontera 2019. It was a 3-day community arts and fundraising event. And I was able to take part on day one. I set up a table and I had my podcast recording equipment. And I was able to speak to the director. Yeah, the director and lead organizer of the event, Damariz Damken. And I also spoke to Ruben Garza, who's with Las Imaginistas. And but I decided to go ahead and break the episode up into part 1 and part 2. So this will be part 1. Again, it's my conversation with Damariz Damken, who organized the event. And since it was recorded live, there is going to be a lot of background noise, people, music. But I think overall the recording came out pretty decent. And I'll go ahead and provide some links and so forth in the show notes. Because there was a lot of people who took part in the 3-day event. Here we go. Okay, we're here at Grain to Glass for Encuentro en la Frontera, and I'm here with Damariz.
Yes.
Did I say that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. And so go ahead and introduce yourself. It's been a great evening so far. A little bit about yourself and where the idea for Encuentro came from.
So my name is Damariz Damken. I'm born and raised in McAllen, Texas, and I recently graduated from New York University in May 2019. This project kind of came about over the course of this year, really kind of been building in that way. The inspiration for it, 1 year ago exactly, probably to the day, I was selected as a participating artist for Neta RGV's Visualize Your Resistance Call for Art. And I submitted my artwork, and I had never done that before. And through that experience, I became really involved with the local organizing that happened here and happens here in the RGV. And so since then, kind of throughout the year, I stayed in contact with this organization and did work with research for my thesis as a senior, and did interviewing about the topic of resistance and art, the activism movement happening locally here in the Rio Grande Valley. And so that's kind of my involvement with that kind of really got me inspired to want to bring everyone together, because I'd been able to speak with other local artists, and I was really inspired to see that kind of everyone, there's this community that exists here, and there's so much work that's being done here, that I really wanted to hold a space for everyone to come together at one moment, because sometimes it's really difficult since the RGV is kind of really wide. It works in pockets in the way that, very local. And so I wanted to take the opportunity to make a space for everyone to come together across the RGV. And share their knowledge and experience in art through art and activism, and kind of make it an open space for the community to also get involved.
Right on. So this is a 3-day event. Today we're here live right now, and day 1 here at Grain to Glass. But go ahead and tell us about day 2, day 3, and a little bit about some of the organizations.
So today was the first day. It was the opening night, and we had a panel plática with Las Imaginistas and Equal Voice Network, which are Las Imaginistas are a local art collective based in the Rio Grande Valley, in Brownsville in the Rio Grande Valley. And they focus a lot of their work on the act of radical daydreaming and activating the community through that approach and instigating it through the arts, as well as Equal Voice Network, which is a local organizing civic engagement organization that works across the Rio Grande Valley. And they were able to come together for this panel and kind of open up the dialogue about that. And we followed up the panel with an open mic and poetry reading led by Poets Against Walls, which is a poetry collective across, again, from different cities, poets from different cities across the Rio Grande Valley. So we had that. And tomorrow we're going to be continuing on in Brownsville in the Carlota Petrina Cultural Center. We're going to be really focusing on the artwork that and the artists that are here in the valley. So we had an open call for artists, and so we're going to be showing the artwork that they submitted for us in the beginning of the evening from 4 to 6, and then at 6 p.m. we're going to start with our interactive workshops led by these organizations. So Equal Voice Network will be there, Las Imaginistas will be there, Poets Against Walls will be there doing another poetry workshop. We also have other artists and activists such as Josue Ramirez, who also is part of Neta, that'll be leading another workshop. So we have different activities prepared for the public to come in, ranging from DJing 101 with Flacucho, who's a local DJ, and Chulita Vinyl Club, who's right now DJing live here at Grain to Glass, all the way to poetry workshopping and collage making, etc. And so after that, we're going to end the night with a concert, live performances from local musicians across the Rio Grande Valley, from all over, and from Matamoros as well. We have local musicians that are coming in from the other side of the border, not just on this side of the Rio Grande Valley in the U.S., as well as the artists that will be exhibiting their work are from both sides, from Matamoros and from San Juan and from Brownsville as well. So we're trying to really include and amplify the space for these artists to speak their narratives. And the last day, Sunday, is our closing night, and that will take place in Pulga Los Portales in Alton, Texas. And the theme of the night, since it's our last night, is La Lucha Sigue. So we're going to have a Lucha Libre 101 workshop with live luchadores that will be coming into the Pulga to show us some demonstrations so that people know how to keep luchando on their own. We're also going to have another...
Right on.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we're going to have another poetry workshop with Poets Against Walls, and a very important Know Your Rights information session led by Ricky Garza, who's a lawyer, attorney with the Texas Civil Rights Project. So we have, a big range of activities for everyone to come together and really get involved and activate through the arts, through civic engagement, and, political activism.
Right on. So is this something we can expect on a yearly basis, or is this one-time thing? What's the idea?
The idea is really Encuentro en la Frontera is happening as an event on the weekend, but it's a movement, and we're really trying to consolidate the community that we have so that people, not just organizations that are already working, but local people see that there's this support network that exists. We really want to reveal that. So yeah, I mean, this is something that we would love to keep doing in the future, to have, for many years.
If people want to find you on social media, can you go ahead and just let people know where?
So on Instagram and Facebook, you can find us at Encuentro Frontera. Our Facebook page is Encuentro en la Frontera 2019. And we also have a website, www.encuentrofrontera.com.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you speaking to us.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for listening. If you'd like to help out this podcast and support us, not just listening and sharing and commenting, but you can also visit our website, www.ricebeansrevolution.net, where you can find links to all our stuff, not just the podcast, but we also have a YouTube channel, and you should go check that out and subscribe to it. But we also have a merch store where we sell T-shirts, mugs, totes, and all that goes back into the podcast. So go check it out. Grab something as a gift for yourself, and you'll get something awesome, and you'll be helping us in return. So if you have any comments, suggestions, you can always email us at ricebeansrevolution@gmail.com. Don't forget to visit us on Instagram at ricebeansrevolution. And we also have a Facebook page, facebook.com/ricebeansrevolution. Again, thanks for listening, and be on the lookout for part 2. That should be coming pretty soon. We'll see you next time.